So let me give you another example. Given this circle here, it has a circumference of 40 centimeters. What is the area? So here you're starting at the circumference. You've got to jump to the radius, and then from the radius you can then jump to the area. Okay, so find the radius first. So in order to find a radius, you've only got two formulas to play about with. You've got this one here, c equals 2 pi r, and you've got the other one, a equals pi r squared. So remember, your first step is to work this out. Work out the radius first. So here you've got circumference and the radius. So you will need this formula here. This one is concerned with the area. That's in the second step. So our first step is to use this formula here. So first thing you do, write down the formula. C equals 2 pi r. Okay, the circumference, which you know, which is c, which is 40 here. Okay, so put the 40 into the c here. So it will be 40 equals 2 pi r. Now you want to find the radius, so you want to get the radius on its own. So inside your mind, divide both sides by 2 pi. So this, take it down, take the 40 down, divide it by 2 pi. On this side it will be r. Even, in effect, even. So divide top and bottom by 2. Okay, so this will be 40 divided by 2 is 20, and 2 pi divided by 2 is pi. So so the radius is 20 over pi. Okay, so now we've got the radius. We've got this radius. Now we can jump to the area. So the next step is write down the formula first. The formula allows you to think. So just jot down the formula first. Pi r squared. Okay, so now this, remember, this is r here, and it has to go into this r here. Okay, into the bubble. So it will be pi and then 20 over pi, and then close it, and then square it. Okay, we need the brackets because it's saying work out the bubble first. Now this bit is quite hard. So at the moment you've got this big bubble multiplying with this small bubble. So let's work out the big bubble. So find somewhere empty, and then just do this. 20 over pi squared is really 20 over pi times 20 over pi. So here you've got fraction times a fraction. So top times top. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 zeros. Okay, and then pi times pi will be pi squared. So this whole thing here will be this bubble here. Okay. So it will be like this. Pi times we don't bother putting the times in there. So pi next to a fraction, and then pi squared at the bottom. Okay, because if you look at it, it's at the moment it's one bubble timesing another bubble. Okay, so remember we used up this 2 already to turn it into this. Okay, so now now you've got a bubble multiplying a fraction, so it gets multiplied to the top. So it would be this, pi over pi squared. Now here's a bit that most of you will probably get confused on. So let's split it up. Let's split it up as 2 fractions. So you've got one fraction here, timesing another fraction here. So this side, I'm going to split this up. I'm going to visualize this as hang on, erase. I'm going to visualize this as pi times pi. Okay, I'm going to visualize as pi times pi. So really, I'm going to split. I'm going to split it up like this. So really, it's going to be like this: pi over here, times 400 over here, and this one, let's do 1 pi remaining. So if you don't believe me, so here we've got one fraction multiplying another fraction here. So top times top is 400 pi up here. You see that? Bottom times bottom, which is pi times pi, which is pi squared. So this one here will become, this whole thing here is just 1. Pi divided by pi is 1 times 400 over pi. Now 1 times anything is just that 400 over pi. Okay, so the area is 400 over pi. Hang on, let's go back up to here. So when you're here, let's see you're up here. So when you're here, it becomes pi. Well, wait there. So it's like this. Okay, and then you've got a whole thing multiplying a fraction. So it becomes this. It becomes 400 pi over pi squared. Okay, and the next step is to somehow, you've got pi at the top here, and you've got in effect 1 pi at the bottom. So what you do, you split them up like this. So pi over pi times 400 over. So you can see this is the same as this. It's just a trick that we use in order to make this thing simpler. So rather than writing this, it's actually this. Okay? Yeah, it's another way of seeing this is 400. If I give you this fraction here, another way of seeing this is, I'm going to times top and bottom by pi. I'm going to times top and bottom by pi. It's just another way of doing that. So when you see this, use this trick. Split up the pi. So it will give you this. It's simpler. Okay?